Welcome online, guys. TomoGotchi here, and yeah, I know it's been a while, hasn't it? But this is a video that I just wanted to make. I know it's out of the blue, but I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, and I thought it'd be fun to make a little bit of a tribute and a look back video because, well, I'll explain in a minute. But this is my main Minecraft world that I've been working on for I think about 2 years. I think it might have been 2018. So this is Very Green Island, which is the way this was when I started to play Minecraft about 2 years ago. I'm actually forgetting the date now. But I spawned on an island and it just expanded from there. So I guess this video is more of a look back video. It's mainly for me just to really look at what I've achieved in the past 2 years, because yeah, let's address the mammoth swine in the room again. Oh boy, this is a biggie. But I wasn't going through the best of times in 2019 for a dozen reasons I don't want to get into. But yeah, the Let's Play channel, TomoGotchi Plays, the series, I had a lot of plans for it, but ultimately, because of some complications, including some betrayals and just simply not getting as much enjoyment. Funny enough, I was planning for this to be a Minecraft series on YouTube, and that's how it originally started, and I think I still have the footage for it. But ultimately, I was just like, I don't want to keep waiting until I hit the record button for this, so I thought, it doesn't matter anymore, and I got so far into it, there was no point in returning to making that series, so I just kept on going, just off of my own back, because hey, I think it's healthy to have a system where I'm not just playing games for the sake of it. I think that's what ultimately made me stop doing Let's Plays, is in general, it just didn't make playing the game as fun as I initially thought. But anyway, this map you're seeing now is exactly how big. There's Very Green Island right there in the middle, and yeah, those markers, I'll get to that in a minute because there's actually a section of these clips that explain that. But yeah, this is how big, this is how much I've explored, this is how big it's gotten. I've explored a lot of places, and there's the woodland mansion that took me a while to find. Oh, I remember that being a journey and a half. And this is basically... I know these houses kind of look samey, except for a few, but hey, I just needed a place for my villagers. But I wanted to be more humane. And this right here is the flower tower, although I don't think I go into it right away. Sorry about this, by the way. I've not rehearsed this at all. I just clicked record because I just wanted to really look around my island and just talk over this footage. I'm actually recording this audio on a different day. Oh yeah, when the bees update came out, that was a big thing that I was super excited for. And now I have a little beehive. I actually remember having to travel a long way just to find bees because I explored that much of it. So here's my water elevator that goes up the flower tower. And I wanted this to be the main central area. In fact, it's not complete, but most of it's done. And there's the island from the sky. And actually, the building to the left, which is my map room. Actually, forget that. There's the port. And yeah, I didn't build a roof for that building. So I'm actually forgetting what I recorded now. But hey. So yeah, I learned how to make a water elevator to get up there. I actually built that just to kind of replace the big house in the middle, the one that you just saw, just to have a place to tie her up, and something that's a little reminiscent to my favourite show, which I want to talk about one day. I've not given up that dream to make that video, but yeah, Let's Plays, it just wasn't fun anymore, and I couldn't make Let's Plays anyway because of, well, again, I wasn't going through the best period of my life in 2019 for a lot of reasons. But I'll tell you this now, Minecraft, and this is why I really wanted to make this video anyway, I I really got into Minecraft in 2019, or was it 2018? I don't remember. Yeah, this boat right here I just made, it's actually based on the Lego one that they made. It doesn't have the pirate flag. Oh yeah, and that T is just so I can gauge how long my draw distance is. Because, and I think I looked down. Please look down. Yeah, there we go. That's the sunken ship that I was hoping to salvage. I was actually going to raise it to the surface. So yeah, that's Port Kelping. Because I ate nothing but kelp in the first several months. And that is the very first cave. I don't go into it, which is a good thing. But that was like the first cave I ever built to get iron and stuff. Yeah, this place is pretty much flattened because I needed a lot of dirt to expand the island. Because I remember the island being a very, very tiny thing. And then it just grew from there. And right here, yeah, I think this is where I get into it. This is where I built the sheep temples. Because I really liked the sheep in Minecraft. So I built all of these temples. Some of which are unfinished. But the idea was I have a giant sheep temple for every single colour. Not all of them got finished, but it was a fun little starting project outside of my island. This ice bridge was a real pain to make because I think I actually did it twice. One with and one without and one with the blue ice, but it was worth it because I actually remember I built this afterwards, but I actually travelled up north because I felt like I'd explored all the other places to the south, to the west and so forth, so forth. I never discovered the north side, did I? So I built this and it jump cuts here to the very end because it's a really long way away. I actually ended up calling it the Un-Norse, so it's more like the unknown of Norse. I don't know. I just made things up as I went along. So here's the end of it. Heck, even the boat is faster than the rendering time. Ironically, it's not in that village in the distance, but I went up north and I made a brand new base in the north because I didn't know when I was going back to my original island, and I just wanted to explore more, get more diamonds, get more, essentially get more materials and build another settlement that wasn't the island, just so I wouldn't get bored of just being on the one island. This also became the template for what I wanted to do for my island as well, because you're going to see in a minute, but there are things that I built here so I could give myself a reason to go back to this place and go back to the island. So I didn't want to make both places obsolete. So you saw Very Green Island, which I'm very proud of. It is my main central home, and it's actually where I spawn at the beginning, and you know, if I don't have a bed, I just spawn on that island. So that's where it all came from. So anyway, whew, yeah, it's funny enough, like I said, I built the ice bridge after traveling, and the supposed distance was a little far off, so that's why I've built this little railroad here just to get to this area. So this is the city of Ento, and it's got its own train station, its own little signal box, and its own houses with its own villages. But I built all the necessities over there. That actually is a model of the island. I don't think I explore it all that much, but just as soon as I sleep. So this is the main house of the city of Ento, which is my other settlement, which I hung out for a very long time in. I don't know what I'm doing here. I actually don't remember. There's the Nether portal. I actually thought it was going to connect up to Very Green Island at one point, and it never did. But whatever. So there's the island. Not island. There's the city of Ento, and it's actually part of a giant landmass that I'm calling the Un-Norse. There's the bridge that goes all the way to the west, and it goes to the east as well, because I was trying to get to another woodland mansion at the time. Here's me eating carrots. And there's the map of what the city looks like, because I like building I like the map system. It really gives me it really gives everything a nice look, and I kill a zombie. Alright, so I just had a technical audio issue right there, so whatever. Anyway, I'm still improvising a lot of this. Here's me showing you all of the villages that I actually had to de-zombify because, of course, there weren't any villages around. There's like a little brewing station up there. And this, by the way, I think it was Avomance. I'm pretty sure it was Avomance who had this idea, so I incorporated it. This is my iron farm. So in a minute, yep, there you go. There's a zombie with a name tag, and all the villagers are like super scared, and they just spawned an iron golem who gets himself killed because he falls into the lake and thus into a block of lava, giving me an infinite renewable source of iron. So that is actually the thing that I made popular in the city of Ento. It also gives me poppies, which I don't need, so I just throw them away. So yeah, this iron farm is the reason that I keep coming back. So the city itself isn't redundant, because I was actually planning on making one in the island, but at the same time I felt like maybe I should just come back to the city of Ento. It would still be exciting, it would still be an interesting discovery. And this is the map. It's not complete, but there's the city of Ento, and it actually does, yeah, it actually goes at that length. And yeah, where that juts out on the right and it goes up is another woodland mansion. So there's a spider. I actually wanted to make an underground railway kind of thing, but in a different scale. So I built this train station and train, and these zombies just appeared out of nowhere, and here's me killing them. Are you done yet, mate? There you go. This is another thing that went unfinished, but I did want to build a train, although it looks pretty with the black wool and everything. And oh yeah, this railway that I built out of anvils, because hey, I've got a new renewable source of iron, so why not, right? And this, I was actually very fortunate that I found this place, but this right here is where I found a conveniently placed spider spawner not too far from the city. So that's where I roofed the place off, because I had to dig a giant hole just to get to that level. And the minecart, which goes up and down to collect strings and other random items that happen to spawn with it. I actually intended to create another opening, but what can you do? So this is my spider spawner, and yeah, I've built it. I've forgotten the name of the guy who suggested this idea, because I watched a lot of Minecraft videos on how to build things. So because this is all closed up and there's not enough light, there's a spider. It spawns, it falls down because of the water, it dies because of the magma blocks, and eventually it will just drop some string, which eventually will be picked up by the minecart with Hopper. So here's another couple of spiders that are now dying, except that one in particular that decides to climb up, but he does go down eventually. So yeah, this is annoying. I actually should have just built the alternative entrance, because having to wait for the minecart is kind of annoying. So yeah, that's the spider spawner. And I was actually going to build... Oh yeah, I was actually going to build a giant spider on top of the spawner, just to indicate that it's there and kind of give it a bit of point. But that was another project that I didn't quite do. Why I forgot the guy's name. You know what? I'll just put up the names in post. But there's a guy who made this sheep statue, which is the basis of the sheep statues that I actually made for the temples. I was actually going to do the exact same thing with the exact same guy's videos to do the spider. There's a donkey on the train station. So yeah, this is the city of Ento. It's not so much a city as much as it is a village, mind you, but I gave it enough character to give it its own identity. Don't want that spider eye. And plus, I can always get more because of the spider spawner, so it doesn't matter. Right, so again, this is completely improvised from footage that I've already recorded. So this is me just basically getting back to Very Green Island. See, there's my little railway, quote unquote. And here's me getting back to the island, and that's how it spawns the island in. It actually looks pretty nice from that distance. So anyway. Sorry, having a drink. Oh yeah, Cerberus. I gave him that name because he accidentally went into the Nether one time. But originally I had a dog called Flynn who sadly died because of a creeper explosion, so that wasn't fun. And here's me scooping up all of the honeycombs because it's not so much to get the honeycombs, I just wanna, because I don't know fully the mechanics of the bees, but there they are. They're angry at me because I just intruded on their hive. But I did want to check up on them. The numbers have actually dwindled a little bit, so I guess I need to give them some flowers. But yeah, there's sheep on this island. The sheep that you see are actually of colours not responding to the temples I made, because what I did was I built a temple for each colour, and then I transported all of the sheep of that colour to that temple and sort of recolonate, and I was going to have like a little side story. It's like, the sheep, they need their temples rebuilt and they need their homeland retaken from the Ender Dragon, and eventually I kind of gave up on that idea. I was actually supposed to build all of the temples before going to the Ender Dragon, but I really needed the materials from the end, and the only way I could do that was to beat the Ender Dragon and go to the Ender Cities. This is my original Nether portal that I built underneath the island, because the house was actually the first thing I built. It's been upgraded since, but it was the first thing I built, so I just put everything there, including the portal. Sheep are there for some reason. This is my Nether railway, which pretty much serves the same purpose as the ice path that I made, just going south instead of north. And of course when the Nether update came around, I actually couldn't visit the Nether for a long time because I was waiting for the Nether update, because I really like the colour of these wooden blocks. So there you go. Funny enough, I actually made it to this next place that you're going to see on foot and then built the Nether portal. But yeah, there's my beacon. My beacon originally was in the city of Ento, but I actually put it here, which is the Mesa biome to the south. This is the Ammonite Desert, and that is my castle, which doesn't have an actual roof. But yeah, that's my castle that I built in the desert, because personally I love the Mesa biome. It's a rare biome that has a lot of useful materials. It's also the place where I can get the most gold. And yeah, I definitely know it was Avomance who I watched and got the idea for this EXP farm that I made, which I actually built in. I've built one on the island. I've built one in the city of Ento, which you might have seen. Oh, and this was supposed to be the ice pathway that connects to the Very Green Island just from the south. So that never got finished, but I was laying down the foundations of it, and I used the exact coordinates to recreate it. And this railway right here, since I'm not in the city of Ento anymore, I might as well just build it out of stone. What can I say? I like trains. But this castle was meant to house a lot of the things that I would need. Brewing stand, library, because this was another place that I ventured forth just to be away from the island. Just to... Oh yeah, and this is where I got all of my netherite. So when the update came around, I was actually here. So I was going back and forth, finding netherite and just building up a collection, basically. This was actually going to be the cactus room, which I never finished, but hey. Oh yeah, this was the garden originally, but I think the garden's somewhere else. And this is the master bedroom. So yeah, there's a double bed. And there's the map. There's the railway to the right. Yeah, the castle looks weird without the roof on the map. Oh yeah, and I have ender chests just so I gain access to the inventory from anywhere. So a lot of good stuff. And let me just... There we go. Okay. So anyway, I think that concludes the tour. This is just more of a look back just to see how far I came in particular. Just as personal reference. I wasn't planning this video or anything. And that's it. Oh yeah, and I upped the render distance here just to give you an idea of the scope of this world and what I've created. But yeah, Minecraft, I gotta say, has been one of the big highlights for me. It really helped me because I was really in a very dark place. That and Lego, and I'll probably talk about that another time, but definitely Minecraft, just sitting down, relaxing, being able to build stuff. I'm more of a builder than an adventurer, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of people playing Minecraft, and it's just been fun all around. And so here I am. So I don't know what I'm going to do this year, 2021, but here's my skin. And it's almost a lot like my avatar in the sprite form, but I actually have an ant form now, which I'll expand upon. But yeah, this is my Minecraft world. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if I went off script a little bit, but this is my Minecraft world, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you have been watching for this long, thank you very much for watching. This is TomoGotchi signing off. Click, click. Gonna give me a wave? Yeah.